Right, we have 28 participants. Shall we start or shall we wait for another 2 or 3 minutes as well time?
I would suggest we respect the time. Otherwise, it's not so fair for those who are here early or on time.
Great. A wise word. All right. So good morning, all. Good morning to you all. So happy to connect with you all. Happy to see those happy faces that appear in front of me. Right. Okay. So I'm your trusted moderator, Sharmila Devi Ramesh, and we have our Excel Sifu, Tai Chok Tech for today's Into the World of Sales, Formulas, and Colorful Graphs as well. I know what you're thinking of right now. Is it about Excel or breakfast? All right. Well, folks, let's assure you today, we are about to change that, the perceptions once and for all. We are going to prove that Excel can not only be dynamic, but also downright entertaining as well. Right. As we gather here today, let's recognize and celebrate the incredible work carried out by the Malaysian Indian Youth Council and PTPTN in lifting up our society as well. Right. So, let's make it as an interactive section today as a two-way communication. So I wish to listen more voices that is coming from the virtual platform, right? So please feel free to unmute your mic and please feel free to speak. What is your name and where are you from? And what do you think of Excel? What is the purpose that you have attended this training section as well? You can drop a comment. You can drop a comment, but it's good, to have a two-way communication as well. So anyone at the platform. Gobinath, Natarajan, probably you can start to give an introduction about yourself. Where are you from? What is your name? What is the purpose that you have attended this section as well?
Hi, everyone. Good morning. Thank you, Sharmila, for inviting me. Right. It's me, Gobi. I'm an education consultant, and I get to know about this program, which I feel is something that can help me to upgrade my Excel sheet. So that's why I'm interested and join here. So I hope by end of the session, I will get some good techniques that I can execute in my working environment. Thank you.
Great. Glad to know this, Gobi. I'm truly honored to be organized. We have organized this training section and we have the purpose. Every participants have the intention or the purpose to attend this training section as well. Right. I'm looking out for some of the participants to voice out or to speak at this platform as well. I think this is the best time for you to communicate and to interact with each other. So anyone at the floor?
Hello, selamat pagi semua.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning. Nama saya Shan dan saya merupakan seorang guru. Jadi Excel ni merupakan satu perkara yang penting apabila saya berada di sekolah di mana saya perlu membentangkan data-data pada masyarakat tertentu dan sememangnya saya punya skills on Excel ni memang sangat low dan kebetulan saya jumpa coursework ni dan memang saya nak join untuk to learn something to improve saya punya Excel skills so that saya punya pembentangan data-data menerusi graf dan sebagainya tu saya boleh tingkatkan lagi lah. So thanks for this course. Thanks for your program ni lah. Thank you.
Thank you, Shan. So sangat impressive terhadap pandangan anda terhadap khusus ni dan wish you all the best for throughout your career journey as well. So anyone at the platform, I wish to listen more voices. This is too early morning, right? We will have our breakfast, we have that energy to speak, right? So anyone at this platform wish to voice out or wish to speak or wish to share, what is the purpose that you have attended this training section? And what are you looking out for this training section?
Hi.
Hi.
Okay, my name is Aishwarya. So
Hi.
sorry I can't open this camera because I'm in need of traveling. So yeah, so I'm a student currently. So I attend this program because since I'm a student, I do require to use Excel so much. So I hope that I will learn more techniques to how to use this Excel. Yeah, thank you.
Great to know on this. I'm getting a lot of feedbacks as well. What is the intention or purpose to join this training section as well? And definitely we will carry on with the upcoming training events with all this purpose and with all the outcomes that the participants is going to implement throughout their work journey as well. Right, guys. So I have received a lot of feedbacks from the participants as well through the virtual platform. You know what? I think we are having a very short time as well, right? So fasten your seatbelts, grab your pens, and prepare for a thrilling journey throughout the world of Excel. And thank you for joining us today. And let's dive into the extraordinary adventure together. So I will pass the ball to Thai, to the Excel Sifu trainer, Thai as well, to carry on with the training section as well.
Thank you, Shamila. Hi, good morning, everyone. Okay, maybe I would like to invite you to type hi or hello in the chat to greet to each other because some people are a bit shy, they're not sure how to say. Okay, I'll also type hello in the chat. Please type hi or hello in the chat. Hello, Adina, Fatah, Nurul, Afika. Hello. Okay, Gobi, hi. X3, Shan, Shamila, Ezra. Okay, we have PTPTN. Okay, very good, very good. Hey, so before we continue, I just realized the language could be a concern as well. How many, if let's say later I will ask you to key in certain number, tekan 1 untuk bahasa. Press 2 for English. 3 华语. 1, 2, or 3. Type in the chat. I will see the majority, roughly majority. No one choose Mandarin, meh? Okay. Okay, I see majority prefer to use English. Okay, so I will continue with English. If let's say I go a little bit too fast, you can let me know, or alternatively, you can catch up with the recording later on. And before we start, I just want to have a brief introduction about myself so that you know who is this guy and how am I able to help you in the learning today. So back to 1998, I was a programmer. So that means I learned how to do coding. With that skill, even though 20 plus years ago, it's still relevant today inside Excel. So that means I'm able to help you to automate your tasks. It could be every day you need to take 1.5 hours for one report. Now you can complete the whole thing within 1.5 seconds, not even minute. So one button, finish the whole thing. So it's something possible. And the second part of my career, I was involved in SAP ERP. That's the time I realized there are a lot of data out there. Sometimes people just need to pull from different systems and do some reporting. With the right use of Excel, you are able to complete the whole thing, just normal Excel alone, within few minutes, not few days. So last time I had one lady, she knew to spend about 5 days to complete a report. Now she is able to complete the whole thing within 15 minutes. So just normal Excel, no automation. And the third part of my career, I was involved in the project management. So that's time I need to do some reporting. I need to do some analysis. And with that knowledge, I'm able to share with you today how we're able to do some simple reporting and analysis that is very, very interactive. And again, when these three things combine together, I see Excel is no longer a software. Excel is a tool. It's a way to help us to see data very, very differently. You can use not only in your work, in your current role, it could help you in your future as well. Maybe you are get promoted or go to different industry or different department. Everything is still usable as long as you are dealing with data. So this is the whole thing. So far, okay? If you're okay, type okay in the chat. If you're not okay, also type okay in the chat. Okay, thank you, Pata, thank you, Nu Afika, Extra, thank you, Haswani, thank you. So now I want to show you the end result. Later we will go through step by step how we are able to do this. The end result will be something like this. At the end, you will see, let's turn. Okay, the end result will be something like this one. If I say this is the report, I have a sales data. I want to know the total cost and total quantity of the production or maybe of the sales. And I will just click on the region, one of the regions. You can see all the regions, they are changed at the same time. If I say go to another region, maybe I just want to see 2 products and everything will change at the same time. So this is what we are going to intend to achieve. We will go through step by step how we are able to do all these things and in front of you. And just before we continue, I just want to make sure you have downloaded the file, the data file from the group chat. If you have downloaded the data file, please type number 1. If you yet to download, please type number 0 and go and download. Okay. If you have downloaded, please type number 1. If you yet to download, please type number 0 and then go and download. So that at least I'm aware some of yours are yet to download and I can spare a little bit of waiting time. Okay, thank you. Well done, Haswani, X3, very good. How about the rest? Okay, I think some of you still waiting. Okay, Extra, Aswaria, thank you, Ardina. Okay, Africa. Okay, the sales data, yes, you are right, the sales data. Okay, the sales data only a single worksheet. Okay, good. Okay, I see many of you have gotten the file, so let's continue. I'm going to share with you a couple of techniques. Whenever in between, I will ask you to type a certain message or certain number in the chat just to make sure you are able to follow. Okay, so if you miss a certain step, it's not easy for everyone to wait for you to revise. So just you need to follow closely step by step. If certain step you are not quite sure or unable to continue, and please ask for help immediately. If let's say you are not using Excel, certain functions, certain button will not be exactly the same. So the one I'm working in the computer now is a Windows version, the Excel. If you're using non-Windows, non-Excel, the way how it works will be very, very different. That one I may not have enough time to cover everything because they are very, very diverse. Okay, good. So now you have gotten this data. And the very first step you want to do is you want to turn them into an Excel table. Whenever we turn into an Excel table, because for our report, it's a very high chances we have new data coming in. Maybe now I'm preparing for the month of August. Next month, I'm going to add new data for September. And one more month, I want to add for October and keep on adding more data so that I'm able to analyze it for different months. Or I can reuse the similar reporting template for different month of analysis. Maybe I analyze for this August month. Next month, I want to reuse it for September. I'm able to reuse this one, providing follow all these steps. Okay, the first one, I want to invite you go to Insert. Make sure you are clicking inside the sales data. Go to Insert. And you will see there's a button called Table. All the keyboard shortcut, you can see they are in parentheses. That means they are in bracket. Click inside there, or press Ctrl T. You will see this dialog appears. And this dialog, it shows us what are the things we have. And by default, it will automatically select the entire range. At the same time, you will see it has something called My Table has headers. Headers is the very first row. It describes what is the data underneath. For example, column A is a salesperson name, column B is a product, column C is a region, and so on. All these are called header. Okay, now we have gotten up to this one and click OK. Click OK. You will see something like this one. Please type number 1 if you are able to follow. Please type number 0 if you want me to repeat. Okay, good. Follow. Yes, thank you. Thank you. Okay, good. Thank you. So after we have created a table, the next thing is, it's a good habit, It's a good habit to give a meaningful table name. Currently, it uses table 1. Sometimes it could be table 2, table 3, and so on. So the table 1, 2, 3, 4 is not meaningful or it's not descriptive enough. So this is about sales data. So I want to change the name to table sales. Table sales. My recommendation start the table name with the table, even though it looks redundant. If let's say you have a chance to come in and to learn some other things, it has a reason why we want to start the table name with the wording of table. Okay, so now you can just follow table sales and press enter. No space, uppercase, lowercase is okay. Underscore, like this one, underscore is okay. Number 0 to 9 is okay after the first alphabet. So I can type table sales, no space in between, no special character, and press enter. If I'm able to follow up to this one, please type number 2 in the chat. Please type number 0 if you want me to repeat. Please type number 2 in the chat. If I'm able to follow, please type number 0 if you want me to repeat. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Okay, repeat, yeah. So inside here, after you created a table, Adina, I believe, have you created a table, yes or no? Created a table, yes. And then you can go to table design. Sometimes it's called table tools design. Sometimes it has a different wording. And go towards far left side, you will see there's something called table name. Inside the table name, change the name. Okay, good, very good. Good, good. So now we have just completed step number 2. There are more steps. After this, we are going to analyze this data using pivot table. So let's go to insert. Go back to the same place called insert. And you will see there's a far left side, it has a button called pivot table. Pivot table allows us to analyze the data to come out the summary very, very easily, provided our data, everything is vertical like this kind of format. And then click on the pivot table. Let's click on the pivot table. And you will notice the name, it uses table sales. That also means in the future, I add a new column, new row, as long as within the range called table sales, it will be able to get updated as well. And I want to go to create inside the new worksheet. Everything do not need to change. Just press OK. Just press OK. You will see something like this appears on your screen. Please type number 3 if you are able to follow. Please type number 0 if you want me to repeat. If I'm able to follow, number 3. Want me to repeat, number 0. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Good, good, good. So inside the pivot table, okay, that's just a side question. I'm just curious, how many of you have used pivot table before? You can type yes. If you have not, type no. Yes or no. Okay. Thank you, Shatis. Thank you, Afika. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, no. Pivot table is a very, very useful way for us to analyze the data. So let's have a quick brief on how to use all these things. Whenever we are clicking inside the pivot table, which is inside the range, I will be able to see pivot table fields. If I click outside, the pivot table fields will disappear like this one. Click outside, let's do this together. Click outside, it will disappear. And click inside, it will appear again. Click outside, disappear. Click inside, appear. Sometimes people, they click outside, they notice the things disappear, but they are a bit panicked. It's okay, I'll just click inside. Okay, so this is how we get this done. Sometimes the pivot table field is blocking the view. I want to close it. You can close it. After close it, if you click outside and click inside, it will not appear again because I have closed that pivot table field. To bring the pivot table fields back, I show you the easier method, which is using the mouse to right click inside the pivot table, right click, and you go to the last one. Last one is, it means show field list. Click on show field list, it will appear again. It will show field list, it will appear again. Okay. Type number 4 if you are able to follow. Type number 0 if you want me to repeat. Able to follow, number 4. Want me to repeat, number 0. Okay, good, good. Very good. So with this in place, we are able to do further analysis. And whenever we are doing analysis, how it works, and whatever thing we want to place on the top, this is a field. whatever data we have, it will be showing there. So this is called pivot table field. Depending on where we want to place the pivot table field, it will show it very differently like this table. If you want to have certain things appears on the top, I want to place the field inside column. Place the field inside column. If you want to have the field to display all the data, display on the left side, I want it to be placed inside rows, And whatever numbers in between them, that will be the summary. I want to place it inside values. And values, they are always in number. They are always in number. If I say put the number inside, we can ask Excel go through a process called aggregation. We can go for the total, which is the sum. We can go for the average, prorata. We can go for the maximum, the highest, the lowest, or sometimes we can ask Excel to count number of customer, which is like customer name, alphabet A, B, C, D. So we cannot sum the alphabet A, B, C, D, but we can ask Excel to count how many records. So these are the things we can do depending on where we are. Okay, so if I want to place it on the column, it will display on the top. I want to show it on the left side, I will put it inside rows, and the values that are in between inside the values. Okay, so this is the things. If you're able to follow type number 5, later we will do some actual thing. Yeah, if you're able to follow type number 5, type number 0, if you want me to repeat. Type number 0. Okay, good one. Thank you. So now, boss is asking, hey, Ty, I want to know the total cost and also total quantity. Very good. So we can scroll down. You will see it has something called quantity and total cost. So now I want to know the total quantity. There are a few ways to add the quantity field. The first method, I can use the mouse to tick. And because quantity is a number, it will automatically goes to values. If let's say I don't want, I can just go to quantity and untick. Tick is to add it, untick is to remove it. So this is the first method. Second method is we can use the mouse to drag and drop. Drag from the quantity and going towards values. This is to add it. To remove it, I can just drag it outside. Not necessary to put back on the original place, not necessary. The data is always visible on the top. It's okay to put it outside. So that means I want to remove. Okay, so let me do this again. I drag quantity towards values. If I don't want, I can drag the quantity from the values, go out. Go left, go right is perfectly okay. You can move it outside. It's perfectly okay. If I'm able to follow up to this one, adding the field and removing the field, please type number 6. If I'm able to follow, type number 6. Want me to repeat number 0. Okay, thank you, Haswani. Thank you, Afika. Thank you. Good one. Okay, so let's go back to the question. Boss is asking me to calculate the total quantity. So I want to add the quantity. You can see the quantity is inside here. And let me zoom out a little bit. So this is how we're able to get the total. Maybe after a while, boss say, hey, Ty, I want to break down by individual region. Here, there are multiple regions. Whenever you want to add more stuff, you can just using a chat box or drag and drop. So this round, boss is asking me to add on region. Region, I have 2 places to add in. Either I can add it on the row, means on the side, or I could add it on the top, which is on the column. By default, if I use a checkbox for the text data, region is an alphabet text. It's not a number. If I put the checkbox, by default, it will go to rows. Now I put a tick and you will see something like this one on the screen. I can see the region and individual quantity. Region and individual quantity. If I want to move the region to go up, I can drag the region, go from rows to column. Or I can from columns back to row. I can move them around if I want to. As you are moving the fields between rows and columns, you will notice the data or the report at the back, it changes as well. If let's say I don't want to see the regions, I can drag and move it outside. So it's to remove it. So let's add the region again. I can go back and check. So I can the region and their individual quantity. If I'm able to follow, please type number 7. If I'm able to follow, type number 7. Want me to repeat, type number 0. Okay, good. Very good. So now back to the question. Boss is asking me to calculate the total. So the region is no longer necessary. I want to remove the region here. Just take out the region, remove it. And boss also wants me to calculate the total cost. So I will need to click on the total cost. You will see something like this on the screen. I have two check boxes. One is for the quantity, one is the total cost. And whenever you put checkbox, you can see it appears inside values because these are numbers and they are go by sum. Sum means total. They are go by sum. Total. Go by sum. If I'm able to enter these two fields inside the values and removing the rows, anything from the rows, and please type number 8. Please type number 8 if you're able to follow. Want me to repeat, type number 0. Okay, thank you, Afika. Thank you, Haswani. Good. Well, there are two Afika. Okay, yeah, there are two Afika. Thank you, Shamila, Logana. Thank you. Good one. So now we have gotten this, and I want to give a meaningful worksheet name because boss will ask me to do further analysis. And let's go to the worksheet name here, worksheet name. I want to rename the worksheet. I can use the keyboard shortcut, I can use the mouse. Now I will show you more on the mouse method. If you want to learn about keyboard, there's other courses I'm able to teach you how to use more keyboard shortcut. So now it's more on the mouse. Double click on sheet 1, So now I want to give it a name because this is a pivot table. So personally, this is my personal preference. I will just start with a PT in capital. So that means in short, it's called pivot table. And this is the overall. So that means I can see the overall quantity, overall total cost, PT overall, and press enter. I will just change the name so that later on it's much more easier. Just by looking at the worksheet name, I will know what are the roughly data is inside. So by looking at this one, I know this is pivot table. So subsequently, I will see PT has a standard prefix for pivot table. Okay, so if I'm able to follow up to this one, please type number 9. Want me to repeat number 0. Okay, thank you, Fatah. Thank you, Afika. Thank you, X3, Haswani. Okay, good one. So now we have the total. Very good. And the second one is I want to duplicate this worksheet and to continue analyze from that. So this one, after we done the pivot table, it's not necessary to create another pivot table again. It's not necessary, even though I could. If I want to continue to do a different analysis, one maybe is overall at the big picture, then I want to analyze it by the individual product, individual salesperson, individual region. So I will need to have a different perspective, different worksheet totally. So now I want to create this worksheet, duplicate this worksheet. There are a few ways to do it. One way is using the mouse method. I will show you both ways, and then you can decide which one works best for you. Right click, and you will see there's an option called move or copy. Move or copy after right click on the worksheet. And you will see there's something called create a copy. I want to move before this worksheet or before the sales data. So that they are in between them. Once I'm done, I can press OK. And you'll notice there's a new worksheet added. So this is the first method using the mouse right click. So let me remove this part. The second method is a little bit easier for me. Okay, if you use to this kind of method, it's much more flexible. That means whenever you drag this one, you need to hold your keyboard Control key and drag. So you want to hold the Control key and drag towards right side. Okay, and drag towards right side. So it will be something like this one. So let me show you. If I drag this one towards right side, normally you will notice it just show a white sheet of paper. After you hold down the Control key, there's a plus sign on the paper. So that means it is about to duplicate. And after this, just let go of your mouse and ta-da! So this is the second method. Drag and go to next one, or you can just use the mouse, right click, move or copy. So either one, it works. So now I will just invite you to create one worksheet like this one. If you're able to follow, type number 1. If you want me to repeat, type number 0. Thank you, Fatah. Very good. Thank you, Haswani. Thank you, Afika. Okay, repeat, yeah. Okay. Use a little bit simple method, simple method. Use a mouse. Use a mouse. Okay. In the mouse, you just right click. Right click, you will something called move or copy. Move or copy is the fourth option from the top. Fourth option from the top. Right click, move or copy. And it has the options tick box, check box. It says create a copy. Create a copy. And I want to create in between sales data and PT overall. Just click on the sales data and press OK. Press OK. Then, ta-da! Yeah, you able to get this guy. Can this one is this one for sure it works one. If let's say it doesn't work, something is not right about Excel or the computer. Okay, hopefully this one can. So after this one is done, the next one is boss want me to calculate the total by the region. So now I want to add the region. Just go to the pivot table fields, region. I want to add the region. I can just put a checkbox tick on the region, and you will see it goes to the individual row. Very good. And the total cost is no longer required. I can just drag the total cost and go out. Total cost is no longer required. I can drag and go out from pivot table fields. And inside pivot table fields, I'm able to see region and sum of quantity. If you're able to follow, type number 2. If you want me to repeat, type number 0. Thank you. Thank you, Fatah. Thank you, Afika. Thank you, X3. Thank you, Haswani. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Divya. Good, good, good. So now we have all these things. After a while, I realized the number here, it could be much more presentable if they are using 1000 separator. 1000 separator means I want to use a comma. So it doesn't have any format yet. So I want to create a format here. I want to do some formatting. Normally, people will select all the numbers and start changing the format. Inside pivot table, we do not do that way, because if let's say, even though I select like this one, I like this one. So that means in the future, I have a new region. Maybe I add new region. So the data, the report will automatically get extended. So the range inside here, it will not have the number format, because I only fixing inside here. So we do not select the range and change the format. We do not necessary. So inside pivot table, we just select one of them, just like one of them, and right click. After right click, you want to choose number format, the third option from the top, number format. Click on number format. Here, number format, and you will see something like this one. Okay. After that, go to number, and use 1000 separator, bracket, comma. I want to use 0 decimal places, no decimal places, no perpuluhan, no decimal places, and press enter or click OK. Type number 3, if you're able to follow. If you're able to follow, type number 3. If you want me to repeat, number 0. Okay, good. Thank you, thank you. Good. So now this is the whole thing is done. And after a while, I want to make the report much more attractive. So I want to turn this into a chart. So let's create a chart. I go to, make sure you are inside the pivot table. I go to insert, and there's something a column chart. So I want to create a 2D cluster column. I can create this one, cluster column. Or for some people, they love to use keyboard shortcut. Now you can use this a little bit keyboard shortcut. To create a default chart, you can use the keyboard shortcut, alternate F1. On a certain laptop, yeah, when you press alternate F1, it doesn't work. So that means you need to add on function key. Just in case the laptop, your one doesn't work, you just press alternate function F1. Whenever I explain, I will say the function key. I will not say the function FN key because it very dependent on the laptop. Okay, so I just say alternate F1. If let's say the thing somehow is not working for you, it's perfectly okay. Just go to insert the 2D column, the column chart, and just select the cluster column. So this is for sure it works. You can use the mouse to click one by one if the keyboard is not something you are not so comfortable with. Okay, so now I have created a chart. Let me create this one. Let me create the chart. It will be something like this one. Type number, if you are able to follow, type number 4. If you want me to repeat, type number 0. Type number 4, if you are able to follow, type number 0, if you want me to repeat. Okay, thank you, Afrika. Thank you, Fatah. Hopefully I get your name correctly. Thank you, Haswani. Okay, repeat, yeah? Can. Let me remove this one. Just use your mouse, go to insert. Inside here in the middle, you will see there's something called chart, something like a lot of chart. Click in the column chart and choose the cluster column. Go to insert, chart, column chart, and cluster column. You should be able to get it done if you are using Excel. Okay, unless a different version of Excel. Okay, normally with Excel, it works this way. Okay, Ken? Boleh? Okay. So now we have done up to this one. The next one is I want to do some formatting on the chart. Let's make the chart a little bit smaller so that it doesn't look so big. Okay, let me go a bit smaller. Okay, like this one. So I want to do some formatting over here. The quick way to do formatting is go to the the menu or ribbon called design. If you do not see some of them, you just go to the left side. You just click one of them, you will see this kind of chart styles. Make sure you select the chart first. Sometimes if you click outside, the wording will disappear until you click inside the chart and it will be shown for you. And then go to design. Inside design, expand this one. I want to use this design. This kind of design, everything vertically broader. If you want to test on different design, it's perfectly okay. So now I just want to keep this straightforward. It's much more visible. I select this one and use the mouse to click. If you're able to follow, type number 5. If you want me to repeat, type number 0. Okay, good. Thank you, Afrika. Yeah, to Afrika. Thank you to Afrika. Thank you, Fatah. Thank you, Fazlina, Logana, Shamila. Good. Okay, good. Thank you. So now we have done the first part for the formatting. The second part, I want to do some adjustment on the layout. Let's go to the same place. There's something called quick layout. Going towards right side or left side, you will see there's something called quick layout. Click on the quick layout and you can use your mouse to point and you will see the things changes a little bit differently. And I want to have this one. Yeah, this one. This kind of quick layout. Layout number 4 on my computer. Yours will be slightly different, but you will have this one. Just using this one. Once you found it, and just click on that selection, and the formatting stays. If you're able to follow, type number 6. If you want me to repeat, type number 0. Okay, thank you, Fatah, Afrika, Nurul Afrika, Aswani, X-Ray. Thank you. Good. So after a while, I want to do further more adjustment. The gray button on the chart is not so presentable. It is useful if you want to do further analysis. It's not so presentable if you want to print it out. Maybe I want to turn it to PDF or put a slide. It's not so presentable. I want to hide all these gray buttons. To hide all these gray buttons using your mouse, right-click one of them. Right-click one of them, and you go to bottom. You will see there's something called hide all field buttons. Not remove field. The third from the bottom, hide all field buttons on chart. Third from the bottom. Select this one, hide all fields buttons on chart, and you will see all the buttons disappear. If I'm able to follow type number 7, type number 0 if you want me to repeat. Okay, good. Very good. We're almost done now, almost done now. Few more things, few more adjustment. And I realized the legend here is not necessary. Total here is not necessary. I want to remove it. Just select the total. Just select the total. Use your mouse to click on the total. Whenever this is selected, you will notice there are dots surrounding it. And then you can use your keyboard. Use your keyboard. Press the delete key. Press the key and just to remove this one. Press the key, just remove that one. Okay, just remove. If you're able to follow time number 8, time number 0, if you want me to repeat. Number 8, if you're able to follow, number 0, if you want me to repeat. Okay, good. So that also means you are able to use the method just now to delete the things you don't want to see from a chart. How to unhide? What do you mean how to unhide? I can't remember. I don't understand your question. Maybe you want to elaborate. The deleted just now. Oh, okay, can. If you want to edit back later on, okay, this is I'm about to share with you. Bring back the formatting. Very good. And you will notice this chart, it doesn't have a title. I want to add on certain things back here. And sometimes I need the legend, sometimes I don't need the legend, sometimes I need the title, sometimes I don't need the title. All these, there are a lot of small fine-tuning you want to do. Everything is available depending on your Excel version. If you're using newer version of Excel, you will see there's a plus sign on the top right section. Click on the top right section, the plus sign, it will allow you to add a lot of things. Just now the small things, it was legend. Click on the plus sign, you will see one of them is called legend. If I want to bring the legend back, yeah, it's over here. If I don't want, I can just untick. Tick, untick. And I want to have a chart title. So there's a chart title, you can tick, untick. Okay, depending on how you want it. So this is a newer version, you will have this plus. If your version, you don't see this one, inside the design here, on the far left side, you will see there's something called add chart element. They are rather similar with the plus sign on the chart. They are rather similar. Okay, so I go to add chart element, legend. Now you can choose where you want to place the legend. It's much more. Whenever you use your mouse to point, it will show you how the things looks like. And it will give you much more visibility or so-called the imagination or to see how the end result looks like. And for the chart title, because chart title is missing from this one, I can put it above the chart or overlay. Above the chart, that means the column will not have a chance to overlap with the chart title. This one is just to make the thing concise. I just aware within the middle of the chart, it will not be so much higher compared to the rest. So I can use this one depending on your situation. So now I want to be using above chart. I want to add the chart title. Let's add the chart title above chart. If you're able to follow, type number 9. If you want me to repeat, type number 0. Thank you, Fatah. Thank you, Nurul Afika. Thank you. Thank you, Haswani. Good job, good job. Thank you, Yuvarani. Hopefully I get your name correctly. You can use the plus sign and you will see there's a chart title as well. Either way, it works. If you're able to follow, type number 9. If you want me to repeat, type number 0. Okay, very good. Good job, good job. So now we have gotten this one, and I want to change the name. This is not the total. The wording is not so meaningful. This is a regional quantity or sales by region. Okay, quantity by region. So I can click inside the total again, click inside the total, and you can see there's a cursor blinking inside the cursor. So that means I can delete the text inside the title and key in something else. So you can, this one, title, you can use uppercase, lowercase, do some other cases if you want to. So I want to make it as quantity by region. Once you are done, do not press enter. If you press enter, it means go to next line. If you want to have multiple lines, you can just press enter. Now just backspace. After you finish typing on the title, just press escape key. Just press the escape key, and this is the title. If you're able to follow, please type number 1. If you want me to repeat, type number 0. Okay. Yep. Use your mouse. Okay, let me repeat again. Let me undo. Undo. Okay. Use your mouse to click inside the total, the title. You need to add the title first. Without the title, you cannot see anything. How to add the title? Just go to add chart element, chart title. You can add the chart title, or you can go to the plus sign. There's something called chart title as well. After you added the chart title, you want to edit the title. Click one time, you can see there are 4 dots surrounding the chart title. And then use your mouse to click again, you will see there's something blinking. You can use a normal way how you type it in Excel or in computer. So I want to have this one as quantity by region. After you have done, press escape. Escape key is the one looks like on the keyboard, ESC, escape key. Usually is on the top left corner. Usually on the top left corner. Okay. So that's a place called escape key. After you key in, press escape. Okay, press escape. That's all. Can I? Hopefully this one give you some idea. Good. So after this thing is done, I realized, hey, the title is not so outstanding. I want to change the font, make it stronger. I want to use a different color. How to change it? Whatever text, whatever color you want to change inside a chart, you just need to select them. After you select them, go back to home. Inside home, these are the places you want to change it if you want to. You can increase the size, reduce the size, you can change a different color, different background. You can change a lot of things inside here. And back to our situation, I just want to make it bold. Very, very simple. Just go to home and click on bold. Or I can use the keyboard shortcut Control B. They are the same. Control B, or I can click on the button. They are exactly the same. Okay, I just want to make it bold, and maybe I want to make it as black color. Make it stronger black color. Okay, I just change the title. If you want to make your size a bit larger, it's perfectly okay. So now I just want to have the color and as well as to make it bold. If you're able to follow, type number 2, type number 0 if you want me to repeat. Thank you, Nurul Afika. Thank you, Haswani, Xri, Shamila, Fatah. Very good. Tiru. Okay, good. So now after a while, I realized the numbers, all these things, it could be, this is small tips, how we're able to make the chart much more presentable. Usually people will just leave it at this. One small action, you can make the chart looks like a pro, done by a pro. This is how the pro people do it. Because the numbers, the alphabet here, it doesn't carry much of the weight. The weight, it should emphasize on the quantity. So therefore, they'll be good from smallest to largest or largest to smallest. I want to do sorting like this way. So rather than they just go by alphabet, it's not so presentable. So I want to do some sorting from a largest to smallest perspective. The largest will be on the left side, the smallest will be on the right side. So go towards the sum of quantity. Any one of the numbers, right click any one of the numbers, you will see there's an option says sort. Inside sort, choose sort largest to smallest. Choose sort largest to smallest. After right click, sort largest to smallest. And you will notice the chart will change at the same time the pivot table updates. So they are interrelated. If I'm able to follow, type number 3. If you want me to repeat, type number 0. Thank you, Fatah. Thank you, Nur Afika, Hazwani. Thank you, Shamila. Good job, everyone. Just right click and choose sort largest to smallest. Okay, good. And then you will see the whole thing is updated at the same time. Very good. We are almost done for the second and the very first chart. Before we move on, it's a good practice to change the name. Hey, this one is overall too. A lot of time people tend to forget, rename it. It's a good habit to build and also a good habit to cultivate. So I want to change the name. This one is a quantity by region. Quantity, region. Enter. PT, quantity. QTY stands for quantity. If you want to type the full wording, it's perfectly okay. I just want to use a short form to make the name a bit shorter. Quantity, region. If I'm able to follow, type number 4. If you want me to repeat, type number 0. Thank you. Wow. Fatah, thank you, Fatah, Haswani, Actually, Nur Afika. Good. Aswandiria, okay, good. Okay, just double click on the worksheet and give a name and press enter after you have done. Get, okay. So this is the second part. The next one is I have created a chart and I want to continue to create more chart. Boss want to analyze it by the region, this one by the region, and I want to go by the product, go by the customer, and also by the salesperson. Boss want to see this thing from different perspective. So the next one is I want to make a clone. Use the method we have learned. Either you want to right click, choose move or copy, or you can just use your mouse to drag and drop, whichever method you are okay, just drag and drop. Just duplicate the worksheet, like this one. If you are able to duplicate the worksheet, please type number 5. Type number 5 if you are able to duplicate the worksheet. Type number 0 if you need some help. Type number 0 if you need some help. Okay, thank you, Fatah. Good, thank you. Aishwarya, okay, Nufatika, Nurufatika, Afika, Nur Afika, okay. Okay, Haswani, good job. Okay, let's wait for a while for some of our colleagues to finish. Type number 5 if you are able to follow. Type number 0 if you want me to show how you do if you need some help. Okay. I'm depending on the chat to see the responses and how fast and how slow I should go for. Okay, let's see. Okay. We have about 5-6 people responded. How about the rest? Are you okay? Yeah, with 6 people responded. Okay. Okay, let's wait for a while. Let me show you how. Okay. Right click on the worksheet and choose move or copy, just in case some of us are not quite sure how to do this. Maybe have not remembered yet. Right click and choose move or copy. Inside here, just click create a copy. To make the thing super easy, and just click on the sales data and press OK. You will see there's a new worksheet appears. Okay. So later, I will just do this up. Okay, now this is done. The boss is asking me to analyze it no longer by region, but boss want to see by product. Okay, boss want to go by product. The pivot table views just now I have closed it because it's blocking my view, and I want to bring it back. To bring the pivot table views back, I will just need to right click. After right click, you will see there's something called show field list. Show field list. Inside the show field list, I do not need to have the region anymore. You can drag the region to go out. Drag the region go out, or uncheck on the region. Uncheck the region. And I want to add the product. Check on the product. You can see the product appears on the rows and values it shows the sum of quantity. If you're able to follow, type number 6. If you want me to repeat, type number 0. Thank you, Fatah. Thank you, Nur Afrika. Okay. Madura, good job. Robina, good. Okay, let me repeat. Yeah. First, you need to click inside the pivot table. After the clone, you need to click inside the pivot table. You will see something like this one, pivot table view. Just now it was having region. It was having region. Go inside pivot table views, untick region, don't want region. Because boss want to see by product and tick on product. That's all. Can I? Okay, just untick region and only tick product. That's all. If you do not see this one, if you know maybe this one has the close, you can just need to right click and you will see that option says show field list, the last one. After right click inside pivot table, show field list, and you will see this thing appears. If I click outside, the pivot table fields would not be visible, so you cannot change anything. You need to click inside the pivot table in order for you to change. Type number 6 if you're able to follow, type number 0 if you want me to repeat. Okay, good. Thank you, thank you. Good job, good job. So now after you change this one, you can observe, hey, the product, the quantity by region, just on the chart, everything has changed. You can see the name just now, it was based on the region name. Now it goes by the product name. Very nice. You can see it changes automatically. That means after you have done the first part, you can just copy and paste and do some changes on the pivot table. And what you have done up to just now, you are creating a chart at the same time. Okay, normally people will just need to redo. Now you just need to do it first time right for the very first worksheet and clone, do some changes on the pivot table, and it's very, very easy. So after that, I want to make the chart, make the quantity from the largest to smallest like this one. I want to get it sorted from largest to smallest. So go to one of the numbers, right click, then choose sort. Inside sort, you want to sort largest to smallest. Sort largest to smallest, and you will notice the chart will get updated. It is from the largest to smallest. If you are able to follow, type number 7. If you want me to repeat, type number 0. Thank you, X3, Fatah, Haswani. Okay, very good. Nulu Afrika, Nu Fasrina. Very good, very good. So it's a similar step like just now. Before we continue, I realized, hey, I see that additional numbers appears. And sometimes because we had changed the chart or changed the pivot table, the chart may slightly change differently. I realized I don't need the number over there. So what we could do, just click on the number on the left side and press the delete key. Then some people will be asking, Tai, why you want to delete? Leave it there is okay, ma. So this is a little bit different thing. The pro, whenever they are doing the chart, they want to make the chart as simple as possible without clutter, So that means I have the numbers on the top of each column. So this one, I can remove it without impacting the actual reading of the chart. So therefore, I can just remove it. Okay, so now I click this one and press the delete key on your keyboard. Press the delete key and it's gone for good. It's gone for good. And before we wrap up for this chart, I want to change the title. This one is go quantity by product. Quantity by product. So let me show you how to do this. Okay, let me do this. Let me do this again. Click on the quantity by region. Just now it was the clone from previous worksheet. And click again. Remove the region, change the wording region to product, quantity by product. Then press escape. Escape key is on the far left side of your keyboard, escape key. Just press escape once you have done. Press escape once you have done. Okay. If you're able to follow, please type number 8. If you want me to repeat, please type number 0. Okay, thank you, X3, Nuafika, Fata, Nurul Afika. Okay, thank you, Camila, Logana, Priya. Hey, just coincidentally, everyone, the name is ends with A. Okay, good. Coincidentally, many of you. Okay, good. And before we wrap up this chart, I want to change the worksheet name. And again, you will notice this whole thing, it keep on repeating by itself. So that means after we created this whole thing, I do not want to leave the worksheet name like this one. So this is quantity by product. Change the name, quantity product. Change the worksheet name. It's a very, very good habit. Only the pro, they will do all these things. If you want to know how good the person is using Excel, you look at the worksheet name. If the worksheet name is only sheet 1, sheet 2, sheet 3, it's just a lot of random name. This means this person has a room of improvement to make it even better. The pro really concerned about the worksheet name. If let's say you see the random name inside the profile, most likely it's temporary. Okay, after they have done, they will change the worksheet name. Okay, if you're able to follow after changing the worksheet name, time number 0. If you're able to follow after changing the worksheet name, time number 9. Sorry, time number 9. If you're able to follow, time number 9. If you want me to repeat, time number 0. Sorry, my mistake. Okay, 0 is always for something. Okay, 9. Yes, thank you. Okay, thank you, Papa. 9. Okay, so we have gotten this one for the product. And you will notice the chart style is rather similar with the previous one. It's rather similar. The only things we have changed the data. One is showing the region and another one is just showing the product. Very good. So let's add 2 more. Let's add 2 more. I will go a little bit faster depending on the speed. No. Okay. I'll go like this speed. I will go like this speed. Okay. Now I want to make a clone of this worksheet. Right click, move or copy. If you prefer to drag and holding control key is okay. Create a worksheet, create a copy and select sales data. Because I want to place the new worksheet before sales data. It's called before. Then press OK. Press OK. If you're able to follow for creating a new worksheet or cloning the new worksheet, please type number 1. If you want me to repeat, please type number 0. Thank you, Camelia. Okay, Nurul Afika, X3, Nur Afika, Mega, Pranka. Okay, Nurul Nabila. Okay, good. So now I want to change this one. Instead of showing the product, I want to show by customer. And customer, it has more name as well. Okay, customer. So on the top, let's go to PivotTable fields and tick product, the one product. I want to show customer. Click customer. And you will see the customer appears in this way. Okay, appears in this way. They are not sorted according to the quantity, but they are sorted by their name. Okay, so I just untick the just now product and I tick the customer. If I'm able to follow, type number 2. If you want me to repeat, type number 0. Okay, thank you, X3, Afika, Nur Afika, Camelia, Nurul Afika. Okay, so let's go back here. First thing, you want to make sure you see the pivot table fields. If let's say I click outside, I will not able to see pivot table fields. Make sure you click inside the pivot table. Make sure you click inside, yeah. After that, and sometimes this one may be closed. If you want to bring it back, right click again and go to the last option. Right click inside pivot table and go to last option, show field list. Show field list. Just now it was by the product and by the customer. See this one? Yeah. And untick product, the one product, and tick the customer. Okay, and you will see the chart and the pivot table change at the same time. If I'm able to follow, type number 2, type number 0 if you want me to repeat. Okay, can. Good. Thank you. Okay. So after this, I will realize, hey, the quantity also same thing lah. Hey, I want to make it larger to smaller, largest to smallest. So I want to do a sorting, Just go to one of the number, right click and choose the option sort. After right click, choose the option sort. You want to choose sort largest to smallest. Sort largest to smallest. Click this one and you will see the number changes as well. Even though it's not so much, but you can see they have changed. If you're able to follow after sorting, up to the sorting, please type number 3. If you want me to repeat, please type number 0. Okay, thank you, X3, New Africa, Fata, Camellia. Very good, very good. Good job, good job. And now I just want to change the title. This one is no longer go by product. Okay, to change the chart title, click the chart title one time and click again. You will see the cursor is blinking inside the chart and just change the product to customer. Change the product to customer. After you have done the changing, just press Escape key on your keyboard. Escape key is on the top left corner of your keyboard. Press Escape once you have done. If you are able to change your chart title, please type number 4. If you want me to repeat, please type number 0. Okay, thank you, X3, New Africa, New Africa. Very good, very good. Good job, everyone. Wow, very good, very good. So now this is almost the end for this chart. And before we wrap up for this chart, the pro always keep their worksheet name descriptive or meaningful. Okay, now I want to change the name. This one will be customer. Double click on the worksheet name. Double click on the worksheet name. Change the name called quantity customer. PT quantity customer. If you're able to follow, please type number 5. Please type number. If you want me to repeat, please type number 0. Okay, thank you, X3, New Africa. Okay, good. That's yeah. Good. Okay. Okay, can. Very good, very good. So this is almost done. Let's add one more chart. That will be a little bit more. Sometimes this one is the data is not so big, not so many, so it's still okay. Whenever we have a lot of items, whenever I mention items like a lot of customer, a lot of salesperson, is not so viable to show everything here. So we have another way to work around. Let's clone this worksheet and let's do our final chart. Let's clone this worksheet. Right click. Move or copy, select the worksheet sales data, and I want to create a copy. Right click, select sales data, create a copy, and press OK. If you are able to clone the worksheet, please type number 1. If you want me to repeat, please type number 0. Okay. Well, thank you, Fata, New Africa, Camellia. Well done. Good job, good job. Okay, so you can see as multiple cycle repeating again and again. After a while, you will be very, very pro. Okay, now we want to continue. Boss is asking now, hey, I want to analyze the quantity by the salesperson. Let's select one of the cell inside PivotTable, one of them, any one of them. And I want to right click and choose show field list. If let's say my field list is disappear or close it just now, show field list, so I can see the field list here. Inside the field list, I don't want the customer, but I want the salesperson. Untick customer, the one customer, and tick on the salesperson. Tick on the salesperson. And you will see something like this appears. If you're able to follow, please type number 2. If you want me to repeat, please type number 0. Okay. Good job. Thank you, New Africa, X3, Priya. Very good, Fata, Logana. Good job, good job. And this one, you will notice the chart is a little bit too much, too many things. And it will not be so easy. For example, sometimes we have a lot of students, a lot of subjects. I just don't want to see so many. Maybe the boss or whoever going to read the report, they may not have so much time to understand everyone. Maybe they just want to know the top 5, bottom 5. This is something doable. So maybe in this context, boss want to see the top 5 salesperson. To get the top 5 salesperson, I want to go to the row labels, click on the drop down, the filter button, click on the filter button and choose value filters. Value filters. Inside value filters, go to the last one. Go to the last one. It says top 10. It says top 10. Either we can change top 10 to top 5. Just click on the filter, value filters. Inside value filters, go to the last one, top 10. Inside top 10, and I want to change this one. Instead of for top 10, I want to change to top 5. Change the number to top 5. After you have done, press enter or click OK. So now I'm using my mouse to click OK. You're only seeing the top 5 amongst all show on the chart. If you're able to follow, type number 3. If you want me to repeat, type number 0. Thank you, Fatah, Camelia, Nurul Afika, Nur Afika. Okay, Nurul Nabila. Okay, good job. Wow, nice. Then after a while, I realized, hey, this one the chart up and down, not so nice. I want to from the largest to smallest. Again, we can do the sorting again. Let's go to the one of the numbers. Right click. After right click, choose sort. Inside sort, sort largest to smallest. Sort largest to smallest. Click, and you will see the chart will change at the same time. But your chart will change at the same time. Type number 4. If you're able to follow, type number 4. If you want me to repeat, type number 0. Okay, good. Good job, good job. And before we wrap up this chart, I want to change the title. Quantity by customer is not so relevant. I want to change this one. Click on the title and click on the title again. You will see the things blinking. That's the cursor. And I want to type this one, top 5 salesperson. Top 5 salesperson. After you given the name, press escape. After that, escape key is on your top left corner of your keyboard. Press escape key after you're done. If you're able to follow up to changing the chart title name, please type number 5. If you want me to repeat, please type number 0. Okay, Nurafika, Camelia. Okay, Logana, Mega. Wow, good job, good job. Wow. I see you all getting the momentum. Very good. I like it. I like it. And go to the bottom. Go to the bottom. Remember the pro, they do not leave the worksheet name like this one. They don't simply give a worksheet in this. So I want to change the name. So this is a top 5 salesperson. So I want to PT top 5 salesperson. A bit longer. It's perfectly okay. Just press enter. Change the worksheet name by double click on the worksheet and change it to PT top 5 salesperson. If you're able to follow up to this one, please type number 6. If you want me to repeat, please type number 0. Okay, very fast. Good, good. Now, very good. Before we continue, it's very, very important for us to save. Okay, let me temporarily pause for a while. It's very important for us to save. And now you save your file first. I also want to save mine. Okay. Hey, where's my file? Okay, this is my file. Remember, save to your file, save to a new location or another place. Remember, save your file. You can save on the same file name if you are okay. Save on the same file name. If once you have done with the saving, please type done in the chat. If you have done with the saving, please type done in the chat. Thank you, Fatah. Thank you, Nura, Afika, X-Ray. And I'm feeling I'm talking to myself and Shamila. And the rest, they are not here. Hey, hello, come on lah. Turn on your camera if you're okay.
Done. I've done, Thai.
Thank you, Shamila. If you're okay, show your face lah. Can ho. We rarely see people in front computer. Okay, like. Thank you, Nurul Afika. Thank you, Fatah. Okay, now we want to continue. So this is maybe rephrase what we have done up to just now. Whenever we are doing the analysis, usually it's fragmented one by one, smaller, like this now. We want to go for the total quantity, and then we go for the quantity by region, quantity by product, and so on, smaller one. After we have multiple reports, it's not so presentable to show our management or our boss, or we want to show them multiple pages. It's not so presentable. If we want to be a bit thoughtful, we want to make it a little bit easier for them to see. So I want to combine all of them into a single page. There's something called dashboard. Dashboard is just like our car, driving car or motorbike. There's a small dashboard there. Dashboard, it shows what is important information on what is happening inside the machine. So something with the data we have here, we want to show what are the important information about the data. So we want to create a dashboard, one page report. So let's continue. After you save the file, let's go back here. And now I want to create a brand new worksheet. To create a brand new worksheet, I can click on the plus sign over here. Or if you say, hey, Tai, I love to use keyboard shortcut. Okay, for those of you, you like keyboard, you like to keyboard, you can use this keyboard shortcut, Shift F11. Shift F11 allows you to create a brand new worksheet. Shift F11 allows you to create a brand new worksheet. If I say, Tai, I'm not quite sure how to use keyboard shortcut, it's perfectly okay. Just click on the plus sign. Okay, so I want to create a brand new worksheet. I want to change this worksheet name dashboard. Just kind of, I call it dashboard. Okay. If you are able to follow or you have created a blank worksheet with the name called dashboard, please type number 1. If you created blank worksheet with the name called dashboard, please type number 1. If you want me to repeat, please type number 0. Okay, thank you. No Africa, X-Ray, Mega, Camellia. Very good, very good. Good job, good job. So after we have created a dashboard, I want to do some adjustment. I want to do some adjustment here. The first thing is I want to select the entire worksheet inside dashboard. I use my mouse to click on the upper left corner between A and number 1. Click on this one. It will select the entire worksheet. Or you can use a keyboard shortcut. If let's say you prefer to use keyboard shortcut, you can use Control A. Control A means select entire worksheet. So now after that, I want to make this thing a little bit smaller so that all the grid lines will look like square boxes, like grid lines. Okay, just make it smaller, like a rectangle. Not a rectangle, it looks like a square. It will not be perfect square, at least looks a bit smaller like this one. Okay, so if you're able to follow up this one, please type number 2. If you want me to repeat, please type number 0. Thank you, New Africa. Thank you, X3. Thank you, Faselina. Okay, can I? Let me undo again. First, I will select all of them. Select all of them. I'm using mouse up. After that, I move my mouse between A and B. You can see the mouse pointer changes to double arrows. Changes to double arrows. And use my mouse to drag, click, and do not need to let go. Drag, click and hold it and go to make it a bit smaller. If let's say this is too small, I want to make it a little bit like rectangle. No, not rectangle, a square. Square for all. Roughly, like this one. Okay. For those of you who have type 0, if you're able to follow, please type number 2. If you want me to further explain, please type number 0. Okay. Okay. Good. Thank you. So now we have gotten this, and I want to show the big number, the overall. So to show the overall, I want to merge multiple cells like this one. I select multiple cells. I select from A1 up to G3. A1 up to G3. Then go to home. And you will see this is a button called Merge and Center. Click on this one, Merge and Center. And you will see the entire thing merge into a single bigger cell. If you are able to follow this one, please type number 3. If you want me to repeat, please type number 0. Okay, thank you, X3, Nuafika, Matura. Good job. And the merging of the cell, it will serve as a title. So now I want to show this one as total. Okay, just type inside here. I want to say this one is a total cost. Total cost. Just type total cost. And you notice the total cost appears at the bottom of the cell. At the bottom. Bottom is not so nice. I want to make it in the middle center. I want to make it inside here. After changing this one, go up to the home. Inside home, you will see there's a button called middle align. Click on the button middle align. So you can see it turns to middle. And the font here, the text is a little bit small. I want to make it larger. I will increase the font size by clicking on the bigger A. If you know exactly what's the font you want to change, you can just key in a larger number here. So now I will just click on the bigger A to increase the font size one by one and observe how the things appears on the file. So now I have created a name. I have changed it to middle, increase the font size. If you're able to follow up to this one, please type number 3. Number 4. If you're able to follow up to this one, please type number 4. If you want me to repeat, please type number 0. Okay, good. And after that, I want to have another one below the total cost. I want to select multiple cell as well. This is the place I want to show the total cost. I show the total cost inside here. And I want to merge them into a bigger cell. After you select, then go to home, merge and center. Click on that one. Merge and center. You can see this whole thing merges into one big cell. After that, just type equal on your keyboard. And we are going to retrieve the number from PT overall. So now everyone go to your worksheet PT overall. Inside PT overall, we have 2 numbers here. One is the total cost and another one is quantity. Now click on total cost. And press enter after that. And you're able to see the total cost appears inside here. If you're able to get this thing done up to now, please type number 5. If you want me to repeat, please type number 0. Okay, thank you, Fatah, Nur Afika, Camelia, Nurul Afika. Thank you, Shamila. Good job. Mega, Pranka, Priya. Good. Vaselina. Good. Very good. Okay, so now we have done, and of course, a number, the formatting is not so presentable. I want to have 1,000 separator, and at the same time, I want to make it appears in the middle, not at the bottom, not so presentable. So therefore, while this is selected, I can go up here and click on middle align. Because we want to show the number in the middle, we do not want to use this format here. I do not want to use this format because if I use this format, it will force the number going towards right side. It will force the number towards right side. If this what you want is okay, otherwise I don't want to use the comma inside number. I don't want to use this one. So therefore, I will use another way to do formatting. While this cell is selected, I'm using my mouse to right click After right click, you will see there's an option says format cells. There's an option says format cells. Click on format cells. Click on format cells. Inside the number tab, inside the tab called number, the category change into number. Category change into number. And I want to use 1000 separator, which is a comma, and leave it as 2 decimal places. Leave it as 2 decimal places. Once you are done, you can click OK or press Enter. Once you are done, you can click OK or press Enter. And it will be something like this one. If you are able to get the cell formatted, and in the middle, please type number 6. If you want me to repeat, please type number 0. Okay, thank you, X3, No Africa. Okay, good job. Good job. Mega, Aishwarya. Okay, good. And the font here, later I can adjust to make it bigger. I can make it bigger, so that it's easier to see. Okay. After that, the white color with the white color background is not so presentable. And now I want to choose some color. Let's select the cell for total cost, the title, total cost. Go up here. There's inside the home, there's something called fill color. Inside fill color, click on the down arrow key, like this one. Click on that one, that key. And I want to use total cost. I want to use this one, darker blue color. Click on that. And I want to, because the black text is not so easy to read, I want to change the font color, to white. So it has a big contrast to make it as white. It be something like this one. If you are able to change the font and the color for the total cost title, please type number 7. If you want me to repeat, please type number 0. Okay, X3, No Africa, Fata, good job. Okay, good. And select the next one. Now I want to select the bottom. I want to create a similar tone like the previous one, but this one a bit lighter. Then go to the fill. I select the number, the total cost, click. And instead of using the dark blue color, I want to use a bit lighter one. Let's go all the way up, light blue. So whenever they are in the similar color family, so it will be much more harmonious for human to read. And we will read this as much more harmonious. We will associate they are similar or they are the same. Okay, just click on the lightest one in the blue. If you are able to change the color up to this now, please type number 8. If you want me to repeat, please type number 0. Okay, thank you, X3. Thank you, Pranka, Mega, Logana. Good. So this is the first number. The second one is I want to have the total quantity. So instead of redo the step just now, I want to select these two. Select this. So I'm using the mouse to drag these 2 cells, select these 2 cells, copy, Control C to copy. Or if you prefer to use mouse, you can just right click and choose copy. Perfectly okay. And go immediately after that. There's a H. Just go immediately after that and just press Control V. Control V means paste, or you can use your mouse to right click to paste also can. I want to paste and Control V. Just press Control V. Or sometimes if you want to paste one time, you can just press Enter key. They are the same. Okay. So I can press Control V or press Enter. Okay. So if you are able to make a copy from a total cost to another one, please type numbers 9. If you want me to repeat, please type number 0. Okay, good. Thank you, X3, Camelia, New Africa. Good job. So now I want to change the wording a little bit. Instead of total cost, I want to change it to total quantity. And you'll notice sometimes it's a bit too long. Maybe I just want to reduce this one, reduce the size, it's too big. The quantity, reduce this one a little bit. So I want to make both they are the same. So I will also reduce total quantity. And I want to change a different color. If let's say I don't change the color, it looks like the other one continuous number. It's not so easy for human to differentiate them. It's not easy. It's not really presentable. So I want to select the total quantity, change the fill color, change the fill color. Just now it was using the dark blue. Maybe now I want to use the dark green. You can choose any color, different color if you like, as long as a darker background. And because the text is white, so it can be much more contrast. Okay, I select the dark green color. Okay, select this one. And also the similar thing for the number. I want to change the color first. I want to change it to light green. Light green, another spectrum of the dark green, another end of the dark green. Click this one. Okay, I have changed the color. If I'm able to follow for the change in the color, please type number 1. If you want me to repeat, please type number 0. Okay, good. Very good. Very close. Very close now. Good job. So now the quantity, this one is shows the, it's not showing the quantity, it's showing the cost. It's not correct. So never mind. Just type equal on the total quantity, below total quantity, just type equal. And using your mouse, click on PT overall, and select the sum of quantity. Just select the sum of quantity and press enter. After that, press enter, you will see there's a 7,800. And of course, the decimal point, it doesn't make any sense here. I want to do some formatting to remove the decimal. So now you can go up here. There's something called number. Remove decimal or decrease decimal places. Just click this one 2 times. Because it has 2 decimal, you want to click 1 time to remove 1. So because it has 2 decimal places, so I need to click 2 times. And you will see something like this. Type number 2 if I'm able to follow. Type number 0 if you want me to repeat. Very good. Good job. Good job. Very good. Now the next one is a little bit fun. You just copy and paste from individual worksheet, individual report here. These are the individual reports. I want to copy all of them to here. Yeah, copy to dashboard. Copy to dashboard worksheet. So let me show you a few rounds. Let's do this together. Let's go to PT quantity region. Oh, I realized this also has a number here. It's a bit redundant. I just realized whenever we are revisiting the same chart, we will get some new idea. So this is not required. I can press the key. Just press the key. Just press the key. Select the region, copy, Control C, or you prefer, you can use a mouse right click and copy. After copy, go to dashboard, click on the dashboard, click on the blank area, and paste, Control V. The size later we can adjust. Now, I just want to make it smaller now. If you're able to copy quantity by region towards dashboard worksheet, please type number 3. If you want me to repeat, please type number 0. Okay, thank you, Fatah, Nurul Afika, X-Ray. Okay, Nur Faslina. Good job, Pranka, Aishwarya. Just make a copy from quantity region and paste it inside dashboard. Okay, the next one will be similar. For those of you are quite comfortable, you can copy and paste many of them. So go to quantity product, select the chart, copy, Control C, and go to dashboard. And this is very important. You want to select a blank area, not select on the chart. If you select the chart and paste, it will have some effect on the chart you have selected. That means you are not pasting a new chart, but you are changing the chart. This is not what we want. Select a blank area, blank cell, and press Ctrl V to paste it. I want to make it smaller. Okay, make it smaller. Here. If you are able to copy the product quantity by product towards dashboard, please type number 4. If you want me to repeat, please type number 0. Okay, X-ray, Neuro Africa, New Africa, Camellia, Fata. Good. So after this, and the third chart I want to bring it here is quantity by customer. Select quantity by customer, copy, go to dashboard, find a place, empty spot at the bottom, and paste it, Ctrl V. Make sure I select the blank area before I paste. Otherwise, if I select the chart and paste, it may screw up my chart. Okay, by region. If you are able to copy quantity by customer towards dashboard worksheet, please type number 5. If you are able to copy quantity by customer towards dashboard, please type number 5. If you want me to repeat, please type number 0. Okay, good. One more. Hey, one more. Okay, top 5 salesperson. Select this one, copy, Ctrl C, and go to dashboard. Of course, need to select a blank area and press Ctrl V. Blank area and press Ctrl V. If you're able to copy the top 5 salesperson to dashboard, please type number 6. If you want me to repeat, please type number 0. Okay, good. Hey, now we are almost there. Very close. And you will notice after we bring everything, all multiple charts into here, the alignment is a problem because you can see there are gaps. There are gaps between them. They are not aligned. Some they are higher, some they are lower. It's really poor presentation. Very poor presentation. I want to make it much more cleaner and much more structured. We can ask Excel to arrange them, or we can arrange them using the grid lines. You can see all the small boxes here. These are called grid lines. We can ask Excel, or we can use the grid lines for the arrangement. That means we want to hold alternate key while we are resizing. That means we want to make the thing larger or smaller, or moving. Moving means I want to move to a different place. We can hold down the alternate key and it will snap to grid lines while holding the alternate key. So that means we want to snap to the grid lines. So that means it will use the grid lines as a guiding to make it larger or to make it smaller. So let me show you a little bit slower for the first time, and then the remaining I will let you to do it. Select the chart. As you can see, there are small gap above that. Now you can just observe first, later you will do it yourself. Hold down the alternate key. Alternate keys on the keyboard, like this one, ALT. Hold this down while I'm clicking on this button to make it larger or smaller. Okay, so I hold down the alternate key, I make it larger. Okay, as you can see, it will go to the nearest line and put it there. And now I want to move it this one inside. Hold down the alternate key, drag. Whenever you drag, just careful, don't drag this one. If I drag, right, it's dragging the chart. It makes the chart a bit not so nice. Drag it outside, click outside the blank area. Hold down the alternate key and drag towards right side. Okay, very good. Then I can drag it a little bit larger. So I can zoom out a little bit. If I want, I can make it even larger, like this. And drag. While holding down alternate key, I drag it. So if I zoom in a little bit, you will notice everything is aligned perfectly against the grid lines. So this is how we are able to do it. This is how we're able to do it. Remember, hold down the alternate key. Hold the alternate key while you're resizing or you're moving the chart. So now let you all to do it on your own. After you have done this part, please type done in the chat. If you need some help, type number 0 in the chat. Okay, so I just do this a bit faster. After you're done, please type done in the chat. While you are resizing, remember, hold down the alternate key. So everything will align towards the chat. Wow, Fatah very pro lah. I haven't finished while you still finish. Good, good, good. That's nice. That's nice. Since I have done, also type done lah. Hey, ding. Okay. Well done, Nurul Afika. Well done, Lokana. Good job. Priya, good one. Aishwarya, good job, good job. Camelia. Okay, good job, Adina. Okay, Kopina, well done. Okay, so give you another 10 seconds. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, time. Welcome back. Welcome back. So after we created a chart, something like this one, or dashboard like this one, there are small fine tuning we can do it to make it much more presentable. And there are small things we can add on to make the chart much more interactive. Interactive, it means we can make the chart, we can show the chart that our manager or our bosses or maybe our lecturer, they want to see in the way they prefer. For example, here, everything goes by the region, go by the product, go by the customer and the top salesperson. What if my boss or they may want to go, okay, I want to see the product and the region for all. I want to know the specific region. Maybe I want to see the Northeast region. What is the total cost and total quantity? Only, and I want to, based on the Northeast region, what is the quantity by product only for Northeast? Currently, it doesn't have that kind of flexibility. So therefore, we want to add something called slicer. Slicer allows us to zoom in to a specific area that we want to have. And by using slicer, we can make our chart very, very interactive. So that means we were using a slicer, we will make our chart is an interactive dashboard. Very, very useful. So let's do this together. Select one of the chart, any of them, one of the chart. Really, literally any one of the chart. Okay. Then you will go to insert ribbon. Insert ribbon, you go towards far right side. Yeah, there's something called slicer. Other slicer. Insert slicer. Click on the slicer. It will ask you what you want to see. I want to go by the product and region. Just tick to product or region. After that, you press OK. You will see there are two things appears on the screen. Please type number 1 if you are able to follow. Type number 0 if you want me to repeat. Thank you, Nurul Afika. Thank you, Fatah. Thank you, Matura. Good job. Thank you, Camelia. Good one. Nurul Afika. Okay, good, good. So now we just want to do some testing. Yeah, do some testing. Just go to product. Inside the product, you can use your mouse, click on product alpha. you can see the chart you have selected just now. It will show the quantity for the product alpha only. If you click on product Bravo, you will see it will change the number automatically. All these numbers are reflecting for the product Bravo only. If I want to select multiple, maybe I want to select Echo, Delta, and Charlie, I can just click and drag multiple and let go. These are the quantity for Charlie, Delta, and Echo. If you want to see everything, and just go to the top left corner, top right corner, is something called clear filter. Click on the clear filter, you will see everything again. Okay, so this is how we are able to do this. And after a while, I realized I want these two things is blocking the view. It's blocking the view. I want to do some adjustment. The first adjustment is the region here is a little bit occupying too much of a space. You can see a lot of blank space at the back. That will be much more meaningful. I can show them side by side this way. So it will occupy lesser space. So let's select region. Let's select region slicer. Then go to slicer options. Inside slicer option, there's something called columns. Change the column from number 1 to number 4. Change number 1 to number 4. So that it will have 4 columns. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. If you are able to change the column from number 1 to number 4, please type number 2. If you want me to repeat, please type number 0. Okay, thank you, Fatah, X-Ray, Camelia, very good. No Africa, good job. And Nuru Africa, well done. Faslina, good job. After you have done this one, because this one is blocking the view, and again, I want to resize this part. Hold down the alternate key while you are moving so that I can snap the slicer inside the chart area like this one. And I can make it a bit smaller like this one. Maybe I can make the column just by 2 columns. Okay, I can adjust a little bit. Adjust a little bit like here. So you can fully using the space available. And I want to do something similar for the product. While I'm moving or resizing, I want to hold down the alternate key and I want to increase the number of columns so that it's able to show all. Okay, so I want to make it smaller. So can, yes, can. Okay, this cannot see all, so I want to make it bigger. Make it bigger, like this one. When I make it bigger, I want to make the chart also bigger. Once you have aligned the slicer, this slicer is not so nice. Okay, I want to make this a bit larger. Maybe I just make the column a bit larger as well. So make it much more, it doesn't have any weird gap outside. Something like this one. If you have changed the slicer, move it upward, and you have done this one, please type number 3. If you've done this one, please type number 3. If you want me to repeat, please type number 0. Okay. Good job. Thank you, Nuru Africa, X-Ray, New Faslina. Good job, Priya. Well done. Okay. The final movement. So whatever you click inside here, it only affects one chart. What if I want to use the slicer to control entire dashboard? Now it's a fun part. Select the slicer, select slicer, then go to slicer ribbon or slicer options. Inside slicer and go towards right side, you will see something called report connections. Click on the report connection. It will ask you what you want to connect to. So that means those are the individual pivot table. Just tick all of them. Just tick all of them. Let me show you. Just click on report connection. Inside here, it has many pivot table. Just tick all of them. Just tick, 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 tick. And then you press OK after that. Click OK after that. Do the same thing for the product slicer, also for the region slicer. Do this for the same product slicer and region slicer. Just want to tick all of them. Okay, and press OK. Once you have done up to that part, please type number 4. If you want me to repeat, please type number 0. Okay, thank you, Nurul Afika, Prinka, Camelia, Madura, good job, Fatah, good job, good job. Good job. So now the fun part, chang, chang, chang. Okay, so now if you click on the product again, you will notice everything will change at the same time. If I click the specific region, everything will change at the same time, including the total. So if I say I don't want to see a specific region, I don't want to see a specific product, I can just clear the filter. So this is how the pivot table is able to turn the reporting into an interactive or dynamic dashboard. And one or two more things, we can make this one very, very chunky. Just go to view, final step, just go to view, just to make sure you untick read lines, you also untick the headings. And suddenly it will give people the impression, this is not really Excel. Just go to view, inside view, clear these two, okay? Go to view, read lines and headings. Then, ta-da! So now is almost done. And okay, now is you can see it's much more presentable. It's quite neat or clean. If some people say, I want to have some blank space at the side. Yes, you can do this. Small adjustment. If you want, you can adjust later on. So, and if you're able to do this up to this one, please type number 5. Please type number 5. If you want me to repeat, please type number 0. Okay, good job. Okay, to repeat, let's go to view. Go to view worksheet. Inside view worksheet, read lines, don't want. Headings, don't want. Okay, itu sahaja. It's inside view, read lines, headings. If sometimes you do not see this one, you will see there's a button, especially the windows be smaller, it's something called show. Show read lines, show headings. Okay. And the pros will make sure the worksheet, whatever thing is not necessary for the user to see, they will hide it. So now you want to hide all the worksheet or the pivot table. To hide the pivot table worksheet, just right click and choose hide. Now it's up to you individually, you hide all the pivot table worksheet. So it makes the thing much more presentable. Right click, hide, right click, hide. Okay. So at the end, whatever they see, they only can see a dashboard and sales data. That's it. Itu saja. If any changes inside the sales data, what they need to do is go to data and refresh all. That's all, refresh all. Just in case they want to change something, they need to refresh a pivot table. Okay, so that will be the end of the presentation. I hope this one gives you some idea how you're able to turn this kind of super longing, bit boring kind of data into something much more interactive and also much more attractive. And this is only the beginning. I hope this one gives you some idea what you could do a bit differently to impress your company or impress your organization. Okay, so now I want to pass the time back to Shamila. So back over to you, Shamila.
Right. Thanks a lot, Thai, for this wonderful training section as well. I personally learned a lot of things. How can I convert from data, into the dashboard as well, right? How can I make a simple decision, or how can I take a decision based on the complex data that I have, which is making into more simplified and more easier to make a good decision as well. So in conclusion, learning the basics of Excel and being able to, effectively turn the data into visually that appear for the dashboard actually can bring numerous benefits as well. So personally, it's one of the skill that can harness its power to create the data dashboard, empowers the individual to become more efficient in terms of more productive, more valuable assets in the workplace as well, and also enhance on taking more better decision based on the simplified data that we can look over on the dashboard as well. So thanks a lot Thai, for bringing up as such innovative idea, all right, throughout the Excel as well, all right, which can enhance us or the particular individual to implement the skills throughout the career, and also to enable, to enhance the work or the productivity of the work as well, and also to enhance the career growth and the opportunity as well. And this is something, it's really interesting. I'm impressed, or I'm attractive, when we play with these numbers or with the graph. That is something, it's amazing. It's amazing to play with the data as well, right? And thanks a lot to you, Thai, for bringing up such an effort or initiative or conducting this section as well. And I personally get a lot of benefits, and I hope the participants do gain those benefits as well. Right. Right now we are at the closing ceremony as well. So I would like to pass the ball to my chairman as well, Gopinath Natarajan, to deliver a closing speech as well.
Thanks, Sharmila. Hi, everyone. Sifu Excel, I would like to say thank you to you. It was a great session. And I would also like to thank everyone who came here to participate this. So I believe by end of the session, at least we get to know a little bit more about Excel, even though we are in pro in certain aspects. But whatever you taught us is like giving us a boost to explore more on Excel. And I believe we can conduct another session probably in future to maybe Excel 2.0, okay, if Sifu is available. All right, so whichever can benefit to us. And also special thanks to PTPTN officers and the staff whoever joined us today. And we really delight with your presence. And a little bit about us, we are Malaysian Indian Youth Council, who registered under Ministry of Youth and Sports. So basically, we used to do a program like this, which is targeting youths, whichever programs that we feel like benefits to the youths. So this is one of the programs that Sharmila, who personally take initiative. And thanks to Sharmila, you did a lot of hard work to conduct this program. And we wish to contact you, all of you guys, again in any other programs, which we feel like it can benefit all of us. And thank you, Excel Sifu. We hope to see you soon in Excel 2.0. Thank you, everyone. All the best.
Right. Thank you so much, Mr. Gopinath, as well, right, for the wonderful speech as well. Right. And yeah, hoping to conduct the Excel 2.0 section in the future, or with the collaboration with the PTPTN and Milan as well. And there will be more upcoming programs as well, which is related on the education and also related on the career, which can enhance the skills of that particular individual or assets towards the development of the nation, and also to enhance the particular individual skills throughout the career. Right. I think we are right now at the peak of the time as well. So I think, kindly open your web camera as well to have a photo section as well. I think this is the best time for us to open the camera, smile brightly, so that, I think that shows that you're happy throughout this section as well, even myself. Right. Okay. Yeah. She's 1, 2, 3. All right. Another one, no, please. Right. Yeah. Just give me 1 minute. Okay. Just give me 1 minute. All right. Okay. Yeah. She's as well. 1, 2, 3. Great. great, great, great. Great to have everyone at this platform as well. So stay in touch as well. Kindly do follow on Mr. Tai at the LinkedIn profile, and also follow me at the LinkedIn profile, and also our Instagram page or Facebook page, Malaysian Indian Youth Council, under national and also under Mantin branch as well. There'll be more upcoming programs as well, right, regarding on the career and regarding on the education scope. So thanks a lot for the support and for the guidance as well. Have a great day ahead and happy weekend. Bye-bye.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Shamila.
Thank you, Sifu. Thank
Thanks
you,
a
everyone.
lot,
All the
Tai, for
best.
All of you are very energetic. Nice. I love it.
sure, Mr. Tai. Looking forward to collaborate with you with more programs, upcoming programs as well.
Okay, take care, everyone, and have a nice weekend.
Sure.